My name's Tim Brooks. I'm a musician living in Kirkbymoorside, and my job, full-time, is I'm a music consultant working with City of York Council, overseeing the music curriculum from 0 to 19-year-olds in schools. And my passion is writing, and when I get the chance I quite like to combine the two, which is combining my music writing with young people and communities, and basically giving people things to do musically, which is what I enjoy most of all, I think. So I can combine both my careers as a composer and my work as an educationist, and put the two together. So I'm always happy to be working in that way.
And my name's Whitfield Brooks, and I am a theatre director and singer-songwriter, and I work similarly along similar lines to Tim, doing things, and I've directed the Ryedale Festival Community Opera since it began in 2000, so we've done 11 shows in a row.
And you just finished a show.
And we just finished one. We just finished The Odyssey last week, and we had a cast of about 70 people, and of all ages. Our youngest performer was 7. She's actually from Kirkby, our youngest performer. And our oldest performer is kind of, I don't know, there was quite a lot in their 70s. They didn't kind of say exactly how old they are, and I was far too polite to ask exactly how old they are. And we were really pleased. I was really pleased with this year, particularly because we are a mixed ability project, and we aim to work with anybody of any age or ability or level of experience, and professionals as well. So we kind of have 2 professional opera singers who kind of raise the game a bit for everybody else, but we also open our doors to anyone that wants to be involved, and we just had such a diverse mix of people this year, and a really good equal cross-section of people from right across Ryedale. Lots of people from Kirkby. We do have quite a strong following in Kirkby. I work once a week for the Sarah Louise Ashworth School of Dance. I teach the singing classes there, and we are looking for anyone who wants to come and join us. It's children only, but from ages 5 to 18. If you want to come and join the Songbirds, you're very welcome to do so. It'd be lovely to see you.
Talk us through a typical session that you would have with your youngsters at
the Songbirds.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 classes. There's one, the little ones, the 5 to 11-year-olds are the Nightingales, and we have 45 minutes on a Friday afternoon of lots of singing games, really. We just play singing games, and it's very loose, it's very relaxed, but it's also trying to encourage them to sing well, and to listen, and to explore the basic musical things that need to occur when we're singing, but in a very relaxed atmosphere, because it's Friday afternoon and we all want to have fun and a good time together. So, and but they're great. The children that I've been working with for some of them for over a year now, their singing is fantastic.
You're probably best known for the community opera within this community. How did the community opera start off? 11 years ago, you said. So.
Well, it's part of the Ryedale Festival, which has been going in some form or another for a good couple of decades, if not more. And in the year 2000, they identified a need to do a community project, just at the exact same time that I wrote to them saying, we'd just come from Leeds, we were living in Leeds before. We weren't in Kirkby then, we were close by. Saying that I worked with large-scale projects and young people, and was there anything I could do? So that was a kind of happy coincidence, and I directed the first production in 2000, which was a Benjamin Britten Noah's Flood. And then the following year we did another show in Kirkby at the Memorial Hall. And the year we did it in Kirkby, there was no good shows to kind of perform for the kind of project we wanted to do, which was a large-scale mixed ability, every age, every level of experience, every skill that you could have, and lots of visual arts work, because our visual arts side is really important as well. and there wasn't any. We couldn't find a piece. And Tim, who's
Well,
a composer,
Yeah.
said that he would write one. So then he was in on the project, and that was the first one.
But I think what you also find is with something that is going to work really well with the local community, you often have to construct something that's bespoke, that is going to work for that community. And very often you find that some of the people who audition are people that you might not have been expecting, or you've got a greater number of a certain group of people than another. So even though the show itself might be finished and written, you've then got to add little bits in and chop bits out and alter bits to actually fit the people who then come along for an audition. So we've never written a show and then auditioned people for it. We've written a small bit of a show and auditioned.
That sounds really stressful.
That's one word you could use.
Grey hair, see the grey hair.
It's yeah. We often go right up to the wire with it.
I think it's stressful, but I also think it's one of the things that make this project extraordinary, because actually, and it's the same with the visual side, the design side, because we work with Lynn Waite, the artist, who is kind of the third corner of our triangle, if you like. And Lynn and I have been on the project since it very first began, and it's about the whole thing being participant led, so that we actually, in order to create the work we create and the atmosphere we create it in, we need to have long stretches of time in the project where we're thinking, we don't know how this will end up, we don't know how this will resolve, we don't know who's going to come to the audition, or we don't know what their designs will be, or we don't know, and so there's a sort of, on the one hand it's stressful, but on the other hand it's really exciting, open, anything.
Do you ever feel that? Do you ever have a late night conversation during the run up to the community opera and saying, Tim, I don't think we're gonna pull it off this time? Or do you, just because of the kind of stresses you're talking about, have you ever got to the point where you're really, really panicking about it? Or do you always know in the back of your mind
that question.
it's going to work?
This time, more than any other community opera, there's been that situation. And there was a point when I tried to sort of calculate as accurately as I could the number of hours it was going to take for me to finish the piece and the number of hours that were actually left, which then came out to the answer that if I didn't go to bed, I could actually get it finished in about a week. So I spent the last 2 weeks before the show not really going to bed, maybe going to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting up again at 7 to go and do my day job. And that was really tiring. It was just demoralising, because you suddenly thought, I just can't really do this.
But we've always, I've never had a moment's doubt that it's not gonna happen and it's not gonna go well, because the nature of this project, because it grows and continues to change, and every year its fundamental roots remind us of what they are, and we rediscover each year what it is that is so extraordinary about the project. And because that's been a long lead in and a long build up, it's got very deep roots, and I really trust those. And we are the same team, myself and Tim and Lynn and Christine, our costume lady, and Reen on the pastoral care, and so we've all been doing it. We kind of, and it's not that we exactly go into autopilot, but we really are secure in the things that we're all doing, and we all share the kind of ethos that we have about about what it's for and who it's for, and we kind of try as much as we can to lead the way, I guess, in an inclusive approach to everything that happens in the project.
So this time next year, you're going to be celebrating your 12th community opera.
I don't know. Who knows what we'll be celebrating
Yes.
in a year's time.
Yes.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you.